everyone, it's Lauren Ratcliffe, and today in this video I want to talk about the 2-year anniversary of my first book, Lipstick and Autism. A little bit of background about me, just in case you don't know me. I do have high functioning autism, and I was diagnosed with it at a time when it was poorly understood. And I'm 44 years old, and my autism has posed a lot of challenges for me in my life. But I've learned a lot over the years of being diagnosed with autism, and there were many reasons that inspired me to write a book. Because of all the trouble that I went through, I felt like I needed to write a book to help educate others on what it felt like to live with autism, and that autism doesn't have to be a bad thing. You can learn to live with it. At times when the worst of my symptoms have flared up, when I was much younger, I didn't have anybody to be with me to support me through everything other than my immediate family. I didn't have a lot of friends because people just didn't understand me, and it was almost like they were prejudiced against me, even though it might not have been that intention. I struggled with holding down jobs. I struggled academically to get through school, but I always wanted something more of myself. So I went to college and beauty school and had all kinds of trouble with that. Could not hold down a job because of my autism and because people just didn't understand how to deal with me when I had a meltdown. I felt like one of the reasons I needed to write a book is because I felt like we needed to change the way that we view autism. I started writing on my Lipstick and Autism book the year COVID hit. It was right close to the time that they got the shots, and it was in the winter time. We were still under a lot of COVID restrictions and couldn't really do much because of that. And that was prime time for me to start my long-term goal of writing a book about my health history and try to educate others on it. So I did. And I got a new tablet with my keyboard with my stimulus money, because at the time Microsoft Word was then available for Apple products, and previously it hadn't been. So I thought, yeah, this is another reason that I can start writing a book. And when I got that book published, I wrote another one, which is Born to Shine. And once I got my 2 books published, I felt like it was God's calling for me to be an author, to educate others about what it feels like to live with autism. When I got my first book published, we went through, once again, another family issue, but this time with this family issue, me being able to sell my books helped me to personally get through this trauma. What it was is my sister was having some serious health problems, and they didn't know what was going on, but thankfully she got it resolved, and that doctor that she saw at Cleveland Clinic for it didn't think that it would come back, and I'm hoping and praying that it doesn't, and so far it's been well stabilized. And I'm just wanting to say that I'm very thankful for everyone that prayed for us during that time, because in times past when I went through troubles of my symptoms or any of my autism or any type of crisis, I had nobody to rely on. It just felt like it gave me something to do, and it really helped me to redirect my feelings about worrying about her. And so far, one thing I'm very thankful for is that everyone who has purchased a copy of my book, my first one, has genuinely loved it. I haven't sold a lot of my second one, but the one review that I did get, it was a very positive review. And I'm praying that with these books, it can shed lights on autism. And I really feel like it's good for non-medical people to understand how autism works, because autism is so common now these days. And you can't go into any school and not expect there not to be any autistic children, because schools nowadays are full of them. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much, and I will leave a link below to where you can purchase copies of my book. And thank you all so much for supporting me in my journey to writing these books. And may God bless you, and have a great day. Bye.